Hey, Christian, I know you were the first recipient a few years ago of the Jackson Wink Mataleon scholarship. And obviously your teammate and man who will be fighting also on Friday night, Davion Franklin, was the second. You guys have entrenched yourself in the top 10. You're both well on your way to the top, in your respective divisions. What was that, and how has that scholarship and being at Jackson Wink helped you in your young career?
It's been like the most important part of my growth and development. I feel like just being blessed with such a great opportunity. Like when I first got the scholarship, my manager Rick, he moved me out to Albuquerque. I training was free, my living was free. I just all I had to do was show up and train. So that's all I did was just train and get better. And I didn't even. I think I had been to Bella. Like I think I had been to Jackson Wink almost about a year actually, like a little over a year before I had made my Bellator debut. So, that was a whole year of just being able to get better and add to my skill set. And now, I'm a completely thanks to my coaches and my teammates and being surrounded by such, great minds for MMA every day. I'm a completely different fighter than who I was when I first showed up. I'm still getting better.
How does it feel to have that team behind you while you're achieving so much, success early on in your career? And how has it helped in that war room, in that training room, preparing you to move forward?
Man, it's helped a ton. I have such great training partners and great coaches. Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn are arguably the greatest minds in MMA. As far as coaches go. Arguably, and Joey Villasenor, who had over 40 pro MMA fights. And just had such a great knowledge of fighters and what we go through. The whole process. Fight week, weigh in, fight day, all that. And so I love having them in my corner. I wouldn't want any other corner. Also being able to work with the teammates that I work with, like Juan Adams, John Jones, Devin Clark, Dontel Mays, Davion Franklin, and just all these great fighters and high level mixed martial artists. It's really helped a lot.
Harry?
Hey, Christian, Harry back from the Bookie's Basement. Hope you're doing well.
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Good, thank you. So, at only 22 years old, you're 4-0 now as a professional MMA fighter. You're making your main card debut here. Do you feel like you kind of have an opportunity here to really raise your profile and become a household name on Friday?
Yeah, absolutely. I think after this one, I'm certain that after this one, it's gonna be top 10 guys from here on out. Since I am a top 10 guy myself. And obviously number 8 is you know it's a ranking. I'm grateful for it, but that's not the end goal. The end goal is the belt. And being number one. So that's what I'm chasing. But yeah, I believe after this one, it's gonna be top 10 guys from here on out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Best of luck Friday.
Thank you.
Michael?
Hey Christian, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Everything good here. My question for you is how important it is to maintain that undefeated record that you have. More like as your legacy as a fighter. Like, what does the undefeated record mean to you?
It means a lot, man. Because well, no secret here. I love winning. You know what I mean? Like there's no feeling like it. There's no high like it. The feeling of winning a mixed martial arts fight. You know what I mean? Like it's just I can't even describe it with words. It's such a great feeling, and I don't ever want to experience the feeling of losing. You know what I mean? And I feel like my mindset and my confidence complements my skill set really well. And I see myself being undefeated for a long time, if not my whole career.
And my last question: you promised everyone on Instagram that you will have a masterful performance as always. What can we expect from you on this Friday fight?
Just a dominant performance on my behalf. You know what I mean, and just violence. There's obviously certain things that I have to watch out for with him because I know that he's a game opponent and I know he's going to come to win, but he's not ready for what I'm going to throw at him. I'm going to hit him with my most violent and malicious techniques, and he'll fold under the pressure.
Sergio?
This is Sergio from Fighter Path MMA. How are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad. So you said you love winning. Something you love to do just as much is to finish fights. That being said, there's one fight on your record that you weren't able to finish, and that was Marco Hutch. What was the biggest lesson from that fight that you took that you can apply both on Friday night as well as in your future fights?
Honestly, I think the biggest lesson that I learned from that fight truly was just uh, being able to pace myself. I think I did a really good job of pacing myself in that fight and showing that I can go the full 15 minutes if I have to. And I'm not afraid of going the full 15 minutes because the what I always say in the training room, to all my teammates, I say that this is the hard part. The compared to this, the fight is easy. Like the training that we do, the things that we go through in training leading up to the fight, that's the hard part. Compared to this, fight's easy. So yeah, I mean, I think just really pacing myself and knowing what it's like to go the full 15 minutes was the most important thing I learned from that fight.
Ronald?
This is Ronald Eastman from Getting Real. Christian, in your upcoming fight, you will be fighting against someone who is unranked. So, how do you keep yourself focused while also fighting on the main card and not let the moment slip away?
Because it's the mission is still the same at the end of the day. Go in there and do what I have to do to win. Whether he's ranked or unranked, he's in my way and he's trying to take money out of my pocket, food off of my table, and opportunities out of my future. And I won't let that happen.
And what has your training camp been? Anything you've improved on, or anything you learned during this camp?
I'm always learning and improving in the gym. I'm a sponge, truly. Like I always want to learn and get better where I can, and without I don't want to reveal too much, but I've been working a lot of my wrestling and a lot of my striking in this camp, and I have some techniques that I feel will be there all day for me in this fight that I'm definitely gonna hit him with.